Hong Kong's new stablecoin regulation came into force on Friday as it positions itself to become the leading Asian centre for cryptocurrency.
The new rules mean any company offering stablecoins to the public must first be licensed by the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, and all stablecoins must be fully backed by fiat currency held in regulated banks.
Well, earlier I spoke to Neil Tan, who's closely involved with FinTech in Hong Kong. I started by asking him why the city made this move now.
Back in November 2022, Hong Kong had taken a turn going into Web3 and really trying to focus on building up this ecosystem. So inside of the roadmap, obviously we kicked it off with virtual asset trading platforms and other different topics, pushing into custodial services, as well as tokenization and real-world assets. We've actually had a number of different trials, whether it's talk about tokenized green bonds, but stablecoins is a basic ingredient inside of building up this entire ecosystem. So right now, ultimately, stablecoins are at about a $200 billion opportunity, but it's really targeted to grow all the way to about $2 trillion by 2028. So I think that Hong Kong has really leaned into the whole Web3 space. Of course, at the same time, having a regulatory regime and legislation inside of this space puts a lot of other sort of guardrails around this particular area, which did not exist before. So how do you actually manage risk? How do you manage the players that are inside of it, and what's the regulatory and compliance requirements for people to actually issue this and manage this in a responsible way? So really it's both market and also from a governance perspective. I believe that's what the direction is.
Now, we're expecting around a handful of licenses to be released at some point next year, and there's around 50 firms at least that are eyeing those licenses. So what kind of competition or innovation are we likely to see, do you think?
I think there's going to be a lot of different players that are vying for this. I think you're going to see a mixture of both local, China-based, as well as international as well. And, there's also different talks about different state banks to be inside of it. So I think as far as players are concerned, there won't be a shortage of applicants, and there will be a very strong mix of both local, China, and also international players. Having said that, I think key in terms of winning the license is really in terms of commercialization and use cases, right? Because, ultimately you want to have somebody that uses the license and gets people to actually use the different services for that purpose, right? So use cases, whether, you talk about trade or other facilities, that's going to be a very key evaluation metric for the people that actually get the license.
So what sort of safeguards do you think will be in place for license issuers?
So first off is, the paid up capital, 25 million Hong Kong dollars. That's a requirement. So basic sustainability, if you will. The second thing is that, all of the stablecoins need to be fully backed one-to-one with high quality and high liquidity reserve assets. So it's not going to be things that you have to wait weeks, months, years, if you will, to liquidate those and to return the funds to the ultimate owners. In addition to that, obviously, there's a fair amount of oversight. So daily reporting to the HKMA, as well as reserve audits by independent parties.